Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we'll be discussing about the MQ5 gas sensor and its interfacing with the Arduino Uno. So as we all know, gas leakage is a major problem, and if it goes undetected, it can cause very grave disasters. So the MQ5 is a cheap sensor that can be interfaced with the Arduino Uno, and it can detect gases like hydrogen, LPG, methane, carbon monoxide, and various alcohol gases as well. So we'll be actually learning the pinout of the sensor now. And as you can see on your screen right now, it has 4 pins. The VCC, which is connected to 5 volt, the ground, which will be grounded, and we have A out and D out. So the A out is the analog output, and the D out is the digital output. So accordingly, we can actually connect it to our Arduino Uno and get the desired output in the desired form. So we are going to write a program which turns on the onboard LED every time a harmful gas has been detected. So this program will be somewhat similar to what we wrote in our previous lecture, and you will see what is the change. So on your screen right now, you can see the circuit diagram. And one thing that I will have to tell you is that since we're using analog output, so every time a harmful gas has been detected, we will get a logic high, which means that more the amount of harmful gases in the environment, more will be the analog output that we are receiving. So this is the circuit diagram where we are connected VCC to the 5 volts, ground to the ground pin, A out to our A0 channel, where we will actually be using the analog read function to get our values. So here we are in the Arduino IDE where we will be writing the code. And so first of all, before we get started, we'll have to of course create a variable where we will be actually storing the value that we are getting as the analog output. So let me create this variable. Let's name it as var. So int var. Of course, you can use any sort of name that you want to. I'm just using var over here. So now let's talk about the objective of the code and how we are going to do that. So we want that every time a harmful gas has been detected, we turn the onboard LED on, and at the same time we print on the serial monitor that a harmful gas has been detected. So one of the interesting projects we can do here is that we can use a single channel relay module to actually set off an alarm every time a harmful gas has been detected. So you can try that yourself, and over here we'll be actually sticking to our program, which requires us to turn on the onboard LED every time a harmful gas has been detected and print in the serial monitor that a harmful gas has been detected. So without further ado, let's start. So in the setup function, I will of course initialize serial communication. So serial dot begin 9600 baud rate, and that is all. Next, we will be setting up our onboard LED, which has been connected to pin number 13. Output. We will also turn the LED off in its initial stage. So digital write 13 as low. Next comes our loop section where we will be using the variable var and storing the value that we are getting at our A0 channel, which is where we have connected our MQ5 gas sensor. Next comes our if statement. So what we want is that every time we get a value, let's say more than 500 in this case, so the threshold limit can be 500 over here, or if you feel that you need to keep the threshold limit less or more, you can do that accordingly, but we are keeping the threshold limit as 500. So if we write if var is greater than or equal to 500, we want the onboard LED turns on. So we will be writing the digital write 13 as high. At the same time, we want to print in the serial monitor that a harmful gas has been detected. So I'll be writing serial dot print a harmful gas has been detected. I will also want that this function comes in the next line. So I'll be writing serial.println. Next, we will be giving an else statement to say that okay, if our analog read function gives us a value that is less than 500, which means that there is no harmful gas in the environment, we can write digital write 13 as low. And at the same time, we will be printing in the serial monitor that okay, since there is no harmful gas, let's print serial.println no harmful gas in the environment. That's it. We'll be giving a semicolon here. So in its entirety, our code looks great. So I'll be just reiterating what we've written. So we are creating a variable, then we are initializing serial communication and declaring pin 13 as the output. Next, we are using the variable var to store the equivalent integer analog value that we are getting. Then we are giving a threshold limit of 500 to say that okay, if we get a value that is greater than 500, which means that there is a substantial amount of harmful gas in the environment, we want that the onboard LED turns on, and at the same time we print in the serial monitor that a harmful gas has been detected. And we are giving an else statement to say that okay, since there is no harmful gas, we will be turning off the onboard LED and at the same time say that no harmful gas in the environment. I will also be giving a delay of let's say 500 milliseconds so that our program functions better. So delay 500. This looks good, and let's actually verify this program to see how our code is. And as you can see, there are no errors in our code.